and whatever will be. This guiding inspiration puts life and freshness into all forms of Indian art: dance, music, sculpture, painting, architecture, iconography, and religious idealism. Ancient Indian art are only path to visualize the profound spiritual truth, Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti, or unity in diversity. Nowhere in the world, perhaps, has the philosophy of art been looked upon with such reverence or imbued with such fathomless significance. There are three schools of the philosophy of Indian art: Rasab Brahmavad, poetry, dance, drama; Nada Brahmavad, music; Vastu Brahmavad, architecture. According to the profounder of these schools, art represents the eternity. Temple architecture specially embodies spiritual ideas relating to the Yoga center. Bharata said the creation of any art is possible to him who has mastered all knowledge of art, craft, and science, and comprehend the mystery of life and realized the oneness hidden in diversity. Bharata's Nitya Shastra counts 108 standard poses in original dance of Nataraj, the religious artifact of Indian art. All the dancing images of Nataraj have been certain common features. On the right hand, always it seemed to have hold the Damaru, the instrument of Nada Brahma. And another is always the Abhaya Mudra, assuring his protection. In one of his left hand, the Lord holds the fire, and with the other, he appears in the dance movement known as the Vajahasta, the auspicious sway of elephant's trunk. According to the Indian tradition, worship of the Shabda Brahma or word, which leads to mystical vision of the Absolute. The words uttered by man are not the result of human thought and creation, but are the manifestation of divine consciousness. Man has not invented words or speech, but words and speech are the outward expression of consciousness. So as the cases of painting. From another aspect, these are the Nam and Rupa by which bewitching Maya pierces this whole world. According to Tantra and Vedanta, sound or Shabda is the cause of everything. The universe is the outcome of the divine sound. The vibratory states of sound, audible and inaudible, which science has put to use the human welfare in communication, is transformation of the Adi Shabda or primal sound. This fourth of Ananta Dhvani is supersensory. In this connection, I would like to refer an incident happened in my life. It may not be an exaggeration. It may indicate how Indian artist's mind conceived the philosophical thought. One day, while imparting lesson of sculpting Thakur's image, the renowned sculptor Chintamani Kaur told me that you will get only two tools which are opposite in nature for making your sculpture. One is mass, another is void. The same way, at the time of your painting, you will get only two lights, light and shade. Similarly, Mahamaya has used existence, non-existence, knowledge, ignorance, joy, sorrow, to create his physical world phenomenon. These two are veritably opposite in nature, by which Mahamaya creates her creation. Achieving purification of mind and spiritual well-being for the common masses by means of art. Authorities on music say that music is the apprehension of Nada, primordial sound, melody, rhythm, and dynamism. And painting have the power to elevate the mind to sublime of high moral, intellectual, and spiritual value. Ultimately, it leads to supreme realization. The perpetual sound or inner meaning of painting, sculpture, or poetry could only be grasped in deep meditation. Therefore, worship of art is also yoga upasana. The practice of yoga, both have a similar approach and aim. In Indian society, the study of grammar or any subject has looked upon the spiritual practice from earliest time. For an example, Bhartrihari, the great grammarian of literature, was also an Advaitin. In the world of art, it has been mentioned by the stalwarts of Indian art. Henry Longfellow said, music is the universal language of mankind. By universalizing the concept of aesthetic, even modern art has destroyed the barrier that once marked off beauty and sublime as separate realms of being. In the eye of modern art, everything can legitimately appeal to taste of aesthetic, as for example, strange beauty. All the modernists have passion for denuding things of their mystery. The aim of modern artists to investigate the operation of intelligence beyond that of the individual mind. The artist's abnegation of this ego was in line with the conviction that of himself. Without divine help, he could not do anything. Modern artists declare the statement to us, art is an adventure into an unknown world. Genuine art has to deal with man's eternal condition. D. Koning, neither religious nor mystical. He too is the quest of an illuminated state in which, during the course of painting, an ultimate reality reveals itself. In a good civilization, art always creates its culture. The most definite assertion about the relation between art and culture is to be found in the Aitiri Upanishad, where Rishis aptly says, Atma Sanskritir Bhava Shilpam. Arts are indeed the very instruments of self-culture. Similarly, Buddhist art, through forms of elevating beauty, has been preached and propagated by two doctrines of Buddha. In modern age, the paradigm has been shifted from religious to secular, but the goal of art has remained the same. Nandalal Bose, prodigious artist of Bengal, said, all sort of art, sculpture, painting, poetry, music, dance, etc., essays to express the rhythm of joy, which is the essence of this whole creation. In this respect of aspiration of art is akin to yoga or spiritual. An aspirant of art aims to realizing the hidden truth behind his art. For him, an artist ought to be absolutely detached. An artist, at the moment of creation, should wholly transcend personal instincts, impulses, and sentiments, his personal likes and dislikes in relation to the subject. It would simply obscure his vision and obstruct his passage from personal feeling to impersonal expression. In the process of creation, the artist should go beyond his personal emotion to become impersonal raws or the bliss of existence. The sadhak has passed stage by stage through various realization towards the supreme of Advaita Vedanta. So to the artist, and artists say Maya or illusion is the basis of creation and the basis of art. Yet the creator is never decided by his own power of illusion. He cannot delude him. As Sri Ramakrishna used to say, the snake's poison does not kill the snake. The artist is but a disciple of the sole creator. The supreme artist, he too, in his knowledge, by conscious handling of Maya, becomes the master of divine play. The true artist usually creates his artifacts to unfold the bliss hidden in the heart of the beings. Thus, he can ensure the spiritual well-being for others. He can realize the swing or motion of eternal rhythm within the unity. In ordinary man, the higher beauty is physical, which is not manifest. In this, it is the duty of an artist to reveal it to him. Lastly, only one paragraph is left. Iconography and spiritual practice. Iconography denotes the science of icons, which generally stands for a figure representing a deity. At the time of Vedic cult, Rishi believes in omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent Supreme Brahman, which is beyond the reach of mind and speech. This type of realization has been regarded as extremely difficult for an ordinary human being. Therefore, as an initial stage, the doctrine of bhakti was worshipping the Supreme in different visible shapes, such as symbol like magical diagrams, which is called Jonzo, Mandal, etc. It has been well accepted that all the gods, goddess, demigods, etc. are manifestation of one and the same Supreme. Hence, worship of any of them leads to the same goal, God. Salvation.
It is a very self-realized, thoughtful writing, thoughtful idea. I think everybody has followed the idea and the realization what he has. I think it is quite, I mean, from the, I mean, in a totality, I think there are, many areas what you have brought from the side of your own understanding and also from scriptures. There are a lot of quotations, and I think from an artist's point of view, directly since we are practicing, we also feel that we can relate with the idea what you have talked, you have written. As I myself once wrote like this, that sense of eternity. When we paint, it must, that sense of eternity must get infused in it. Suppose, we don't know, we become like, we don't know when it is happening. We cannot identify. Since at one time you said, this word I like very much, that the unknown reasons for truth. Art is that which has no reason for truth, unknown reason, and cannot be explained by logic. So it is true like that. Suppose why I like this blue, or why black, or why this particular form. Suppose, this is my, I relate with your perception like that. Suppose one line is like that, and if I just make it little slant like that, it changes. But then our sense also reacts with that. So why it is happening? So it is very, mysterious. I mean, art has a mystery always, it has a magic quality. So it is also, illusion is there. So I think it is, if you go deeper and deeper, you find that you cannot really know what it is. So like, good poetry, good music, we don't really know why I'm liking it. We cannot explain.
Why it is good.
Why it is good. So this is the ultimate area. So we say God. Since we cannot explain it, we come to the area that it is, like God, we cannot explain what is God, finally. I don't know whether all the passing here, whether they really believe God.
That is also conception, and that is changing always. It's the
I have this question. I don't know. I don't know whether all people who are here, how they really explain God, what they understand when they say God.
You cannot explain because you are
Yeah,
within
but
God.
whether they really believe in it.
You are within God, so how could you
No,
explain
I'm not. But that is true. That is true. But I'm
Go to
just
the
asking
next
whether
speaker.
really.
Next speaker.
Huh?